Another travel day. You know, in 2 months, I don't know how many travel days I've had. More than my share, I'm sure. So today I got to catch it. Well, I got to walk and then take a bus and then take a walk a little bit more and then take a train and walk a little bit, take a bus and then walk a little bit, something like that. And I will arrive into, what is it, Porto sometime this afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Lisbon. It really is. And I don't know what's wrong with my camera. It's kind of blacking out on a portion of it, but nonetheless, I'm holding it, so excuse the shake. Maybe if I just do this here. Okay, there you go. So I'm just holding it up against the cupboard. But anyway, you know, Lisbon's a great city. Lisbon is just blew away any expectations that I have. It's a nice city. Lisbon is a really, really nice city, nice people. An interesting thing, and you know, everywhere that I go and I ask the locals here about Porto, or ask primarily the locals, if I ask them about Porto, the very first thing out of their mouths is they say that the people in Porto are much more friendly. They're much friendlier in Porto than they are, I think, anywhere else in Portugal, or compared to Lisbon, if only compared to Lisbon, I should say. So it's going to be interesting to see. And, you know, I've got an apartment for, today and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 full days. And those 3 full days, I'll get out and adventure a little bit, I'm sure. You know, walk around Porto and what have you. But for the most part, I'm going to be working. I'll be putting in probably 8 to 10 hour days to knock out some work in anticipation of the upcoming travel. So that's about that. And speaking of the upcoming travel, you know, I was noticing that when I was looking for flights back to Florida, to Fort Myers, some of the flights were routing from, say, like Lisbon or wherever. They were routing over to Dusseldorf, and then from Dusseldorf direct to Fort Myers, which is kind of interesting because of a lot of Germans will go to Florida for the winter, so they get these cheap flights. And last night I was looking at flights out of Dusseldorf for $250 one way to right into Fort Myers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan my travels around maybe departing out of Dusseldorf, and in doing so, I'll hit Budapest this coming week, and then I'll knock out Ljubljana and Zagreb and Budapest, and then I'll catch a bus or a train over to Vienna, and then from Vienna to Salzburg to Munich, something like that. So we'll find our way. Who's making a comment here? Haven't been to Porto. Well, good. All right, but so I'm dealing with the camera here, and I'm trying to get out and onto the road. But anyway, so I will. Maybe I will find my way to Dusseldorf, rent a car, and then from Dusseldorf, I'll do a trip through. I'll do a trip through. You know, maybe Frankfurt or Belgium, Amsterdam. You know, some of those areas down into Zurich and what have you, and then back up to Dusseldorf. I don't know if I'll be able to pull off 12 Christmas markets in the better part of 14 days, but it may seem ambitious, but in actuality, I think I can probably do it. We'll have to. We will see. And I hope I'm not repeating myself. You know, somebody yesterday made a comment about me repeating myself. And, you know, I'm all about constructive criticism and what have you. And, you know, it's a memory loss is not something really to be joked about. And, you know, if it gets to the point where I'm babbling on these videos, just tell me. All right? And, but anyway, so I had a date last night. In fact, I was going to call this video "Taking the Edge Off of Loneliness," and I gotta tell you, I can't tell you actually how refreshing it was having a date. It was nice. It was nice. It was a very simple, interesting evening. Uh, we met at the ferry. I took the ferry across the river and met her, and then her name is Sylvania. She's from Brazil. She has a 16-year-old daughter. Really doesn't speak a word of English. So we used the Google Translator. And Google Translator has a feature where you just hit conversation and you hold the phone and there's a button for one language and a button for the other. And as you're having the conversation, each person just pushes the button of their dialect. And there's your 50-cent word for the word day. But each person just pushes the button for their dialect and you converse. And, it was an interesting evening to say the very least. She's a very sweet lady. And, I can't say that our paths will ever cross again, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. It's all about it's about the experience. It's about the experience. It's about meeting new people and what have you. So it was a nice evening. And you know what? When you're traveling and you're by yourself all this time, it's nice to enjoy somebody's company. So with that in mind, I'm going to wrap this up because I got to go catch the bus, Gus. So anyway, take good care. And I did do a video. I did a video last night, albeit using my cell phone. I did a video of getting on the ferry and going over and looking all over for her and her coming up and meeting me and what have you. So you'll get to meet Sylvania a little bit later when I have time to upload the video. So anyway, have a great day, okay? And take good care. See you in Porto.